Welcome back. So, got a big storm coming in. It's also labeled as severe for inch hail, 60-mile-an-hour winds, but it's forecast a week to expire before the storm actually hits, so I don't know what to expect right now, but we'll see how this goes. And nothing's gonna break my stride, that's for sure. So, no amount of lightning will break my stride. Dog's outside too right now because they just want to be, same as the cat. But they're largely on the porch outside of that one. I don't know why she's not on the porch. She could easily come onto the porch, but she's weird like that. I'm honestly here for it, but I thought that was a horse. There are horses in that yard. It's just right now I think they're all up in the barn. So. Okay, now the dogs are in the house, same as the cat. Now the rain picked up, all the animals go inside. That's basically how that works. That's fun. So yeah, we're just figuring out what to do. Right now, just enjoying the storm. And this is what the morning convection helped fuel, by the way. So, and then after this, and a little short I recorded elsewhere in town, will be temperature extremes. Catch up on whatever quakes I need to catch up on, if any. And tropics, whenever the updates on that come in. Until then, there's really not much else I could do. There's really not much else happening. So, yeah. There you go. What are you doing, Chewy? Join the storm with me? Wondering why I'm out here like a lunatic? Yeah. Fun puppy. Someone got a boat. Someone prepared for the flooding. Potential flooding. Anyways, yeah. That guy, not so much. Just a regular trailer. Anyways. Although I have a feeling some people just haul stuff in their trucks just because they could haul stuff in their trucks. Let's be honest. But you're not gonna lie, if I have a truck I probably would, but like it would only be when I need to though. Like, hey, I got a truck, might as well use the truck part. So, that is definitely gaining steam. This thing's getting stronger, probably. Cat's out here now, though. Yeah, he's enjoying this. See, animals just enjoy this sort of thing. Kind of accidentally trained them in that regard. It was not intentional, it just happened. Although when it gets really nasty, all the animals flee inside, though. Well, I'm just out here like, that's all you got? So, yeah, that's just like spawning and just getting sucked into the cloud. It just sucked into the storm. Like, what? That's interesting. This is definitely going to be a very electrical storm. I mean, it's proven to be pretty electrical, but I have a feeling we're going to be like, oh crap, lightning, like hit the tree, like right there. Or stuff like that. Like, we're going to have a lot of that. So. But yeah. Chewy, what are you doing? Jigs? What? Cat's like, why are you calling me over? You crazy? Gotta have fun with the animals, though. Gotta have some fun with them. I know. You like the attentions. Katie, baby. You want picked up? Yeah. He's just a baby. He's just my baby. .7 where? Western Turkey, okay. People try and message me. It's like, I'm under a severe thunderstorm warning. I can't talk right now. Like, no. Now severe thunderstorm warning is going through 9. I thought the storm's gonna be that long. I hope it's not. Phone's sitting at 47%. And I'm recording a video, which tends to really drain the battery. So, there's a storm. There's the rain. Yeah, that's a lot of lightning, too. I don't know, lightning hits really close. The cat is darting inside. I just know that much. I'll probably like, what the hell? And then, do it again. That's me. Like, I'll do it again. Do it again. But yeah. Just expect like a long video out of this. I won't be surprised if this stops half an hour. And then I have like a short that's like 20-ish seconds long to upload with it. And then temperature extremes, which is a short that usually is like 20 to 40 seconds long. So, which I'll probably record temperature extremes before I upload this and the other short. just so I get that uploaded as well without lag. So, with minimal lag. So, which may cause this video to take a little bit longer to upload with having an extra short uploading, but it gets canceled out when everything's uploaded. So, and it'll just be this. I also have to monetize it, which that takes some time. But okay, I'm just mostly getting up to protect the phone. It's getting sprayed. So, I mean, this thing is supposed to be packing what, quarter-inch hail, no, quarter-size hail and 60-mile-an-hour winds at least, considering that we're under severe. That's basically minimum wage for that. Minimum wage size for that. Minimal requirements. That's why I call it a minimum wage storm. So, minimum required to be labeled as severe. So, you know, not gonna lie, when I was storm chasing, I rarely encountered this part of the storm because I was on the south side of the storm. We were in the tornado. You know, so a few times I was in this, I was like, I cannot drive in this. Nobody could drive in this, and nobody was. Everyone pulled over with their flashers on. So there's heavy rain, but there's like heavier rain than this. Like, I can still see that truck. Like the heaviest rains, I wouldn't have been able to see that truck. So, yeah. That's gonna be loud. Down that way. Okay. Hope you're just laying there like a psycho. Yeah. You enjoying the storm? Yeah. There's a spider in that hook. Spider's like, I'm holding out for dear life. I'm not sure. Yeah, that's a spider. Okay. I'm not sure. Probably something caught in a spider web. Yeah. You know what it is. That was weird. I saw the bolt out of my corner of my eye, but it wasn't there. That was weird. Yeah, another truck that's randomly hauling a trailer, probably just because I can. Because it's not weather to haul stuff. It's not hauling stuff friendly weather, dude. The heck is going on? Why on top of us? They're not going that way. They're going across the road. Okay. No judgment. Yeah, the lightning's on top of us. I'm loving it. That's a good, healthy storm. I don't know, the dogs are probably losing their minds. Are the dogs losing their minds or something? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that one's gonna be loud. It lit up everything. That one's gonna be loud too. No way in hell am I ending recording anytime soon. I'll record till the phone's dead if I have to. That's gonna be loud. Or not. Oh no, that one's loud. I wasn't sure that's a tornado siren or train horn, but mostly because I can't hear it over the constant thunder. If you can't hear a train horn because of constant thunder, you won't hear a tornado coming because of constant thunder. My God. But you guys seen with my tornado videos, they get loud. It got loud. Because it's violent. Okay, that's a train. That's a train horn. Train horn, yep. Not tornado siren. Okay. Low-key disappointing. But Jake, I already seen enough towns get wiped off the map. Minden was all I needed to see in that regard. I prefer tornadoes to be remote. But still within viewing distance. But yeah. But yeah. But yeah. Also now I'm at this place permanently. Or at least for the foreseeable future, so yeah. That one gotta be loud too. This is a very vocal storm. Like, this is like the husky of storms with how vocal it is. My gosh. Fire station, fire truck. There's one literally down the road. Probably caused a wreck somewhere. Or fire with all the lightning, but then again with all the rain, fire probably not lasting long. Wait, wouldn't a fire that's caused by lightning technically be an electrical fire? Like what that probably just hit? That was a good bolt. Right at the 20-minute mark, too. Oh, I'm so tagging a lot of lightning stuff, honestly. But that was a good bolt. That was a good bolt. Come on, do it again. Do it again. And then before I get hit. You're sure trying to, though. Oh, that's gonna be loud. This is why I like having a north-facing porch like this. This is quite the angle for viewing lightning. Oh, it's better for the wintertime thunderstorms that we occasionally get because you don't have leaves of the trees getting in the way. The trees are naked, therefore they're easier to be seen through. Not in the summer when they're fully clothed in leaves. But I guess that don't really work so much in the Pacific Northwest though, because conifers, they do not strip for winter. So honestly, I don't know why anyone would strip for winter. It's cold. But trees do that. I hope I caught that on camera. There's a part of the storm where it's just very electrical. Well, the whole thing's been very electrical, so there's no thing on the electrical side. But clearing all notifications. But yeah, like I said, I'm not surprised that this tops half an hour. We're at 22 minutes, 22 and a half minutes. So, apologies for any mid-rolls. But, I mean, got bills to pay, and saving up for a car. So, this is gonna probably be mid-rolls. I'm just letting YouTube do its thing, though, when it comes to that, so. Although I'm not sure if YouTube will find any good spots because of constant thunder. It's crazy. The dogs are having fun, I'm sure. The dogs and the cat are inside. They're like, this human's crazy for being out on the porch. But yeah. Another person hauling out a trailer for some reason. This time not a truck. Appears to be an Escalade. I could be wrong on the vehicle, but it appears to be like a newer age Escalade. What? Yeah, I probably have some stuff relating to thunderstorms for the tagged products, so just a heads up there. If anyone's interested in that, I don't know. But, yeah. In terms of what I'm tagging for when I cover the quakes, earthquake survival kits. So, from this point forward, I've been doing that for the past couple days, just coming forward with this information. But, yeah, this point forward, just going to be tagging those. Because I feel like that's more tied with the niche and might be more helpful in saving lives. Sure, some of the stuff is pricey, but considering this is mostly a US thing, y'all already know it's expensive to survive in this country. It's expensive to get the stuff you need to survive better. But at least it's cheaper than half the medicine that's on the market. Like, it's cheaper to get that in and everything. Like, no. Why? Whatever, though. Like $600 for an EpiPen. I'm happy I'm not allergic to anything that, at least in the severe point where it requires an EpiPen. Like the allergies I do have, all it requires is a little bit of Allegra or Nasacort, and I'm good. But I got sisters that are allergic to bees that would require EpiPens. They died, basically, if they get stung because it bites them. Like, nah, we ain't doing that. So, yeah, good thing we didn't take the can out to the curb yet. Although it's full enough, it wouldn't have been much of a problem. But there's just been a case of I would have been soaked. I mean, I'm from Seattle. For those of you that's been paying attention to the channel for the past year, I was in Seattle for the better part of 2024 and 2025. So yeah, I'm used to the rain. It's up in Seattle. It's not very as electrical. Not as electrical up in Seattle. Not that much threatening of hail. You get a little bit of wind. Everything has a little bit of wind. Tornadoes, also not so much, even though they did have a funnel cloud up in Arlington the other day. Probably should do something on that. Yeah, maybe. But, not sure if it touched down or not. But there's also funnel clouds up in the Tonasket area a couple weeks back. I'm not sure if that touched down or not. But there was funnel clouds reported there. So, Washington State's trying to drop a tornado somewhere. So, be on alert. And we're also going into fall and winter seasons, which is kind of the tornado season for the Puget Sound, like October to December, as most of the tornadoes that hit the Puget Sound region, and like the Columbia River, I want to say Delta, usually hits between October and New Year's. So, sure, they got an uptick in April, too. That's traditional tornado season. But it seems to be more towards, like, fall into early winter for the tornadic cells. Which is interesting. I do find that interesting. Especially for something that far north. And how cold it could get that time of year. That's very interesting. That's the most likely time for a tornado to drop. Like, that's the only time I've seen tornado warning seed issued in that area. It was in the fall and early winter. Confirmed, too. Like, that was just crazy. But it's a bomb, cyclone, typhoon things, what do you want to call them? The Pineapple Express, atmospheric rivers. That's what does it. So definitely more common in it's El Nino, where it's more rain in the north. So no, it's not. El Nino is drier in the north, wetter in the south. La Nina is drier in the south, wetter than north. So I'd say it's more common in the La Nina, but it's also colder in the north, so more likely to be snow. So it's a weird situation. And in El Nino, it's drier in the north, but it's also warmer. So that kind of cancels out on the snow chances, but might increase on the tornado chances. So that's interesting. It's like you get rain, but when you do get rain, it's more likely to be rain with the side of a tornado versus rain with the side of sleet or freezing rain or snow. So It's an interesting thing. It's an interesting thing. That's the joys of having a mountain range right there. Got those microclimates that just interact with one another and can lead to that sort of thing. You don't think because of microclimates protect you? Yeah, it can. But it could also be the weakness there. It could also be what allows this to happen, because you got all these microclimates interacting with one another. That's usually how these things form. You get various climates clashing, and you have a bunch of microclimates in the same area. They're going to clash. They're going to clash. So that's probably why tornadoes happen to form in the Pacific Northwest every so often. Because you got all those microclimates clashing with one another. So, yeah, 31 minutes in, and it's still going strong. Still very electrical. Still pouring rain. Although, the Seattle standards, this is still just light rain. So, take it with that information as you will. This is very electrical. Like, it just... Like, apologies for anyone watching this that has epilepsy. If you made it this far in the video, consider yourself lucky. I should have mentioned this at the beginning of the video. But, yeah, for those of you in epilepsy, I would not recommend watching this video. Because you will have a seizure, and there's a dog. I know, it's still storming. It won't stop. It's very electrical. But yeah, this is definitely not epilepsy friendly. That's for sure. But yeah. Although, there's also the great angle of that. Kind of a sick joke, but I'm going to say it. Honestly, actually, that might not be a bad thing if the person was watching this video made it this far in the video. They might not be responsive. Hopefully that's not the case. But yeah, common sense would say if you have that sort of thing, don't watch these kind of videos, because a lightning like this is definitely gonna mess with you. And the dog is like, I have to use the bathroom, and this is just not gonna stop. So I'm out to get down. Come down here, get this down. Hope what you doing. Now both dogs are outside still. Back out here. Are you just confused? Oh, I know, you're just like, this is weird. The dogs think I'm weird. They're looking at me like, why are you out here? Come inside, you crazy. Hey, I like the storms. The dogs just think I'm crazy for this. Like, I know. I love when the animals question your sanity. It's like, why do you do this? Like, you're a crazy person. But, yeah. It's still going? I thought it was going to start going in this way. I mean, it's been doing that. But we got more coming? What the heck? This is going to be a long video. What's my phone percentage at? 36%? Okay, either the storm ends or my phone hits 20%. That's when this video ends, regardless. Yeah. That means we're not done. This is not gonna end anytime soon, is it? I can see why we have a flood threat. But the ground is a little too thirsty for there to be a flood threat. Otherwise, half this stuff would already be underwater, but it's not. The ground is just soaking it up. But once the ground soaks it up and it's still doing this, that's when the flooding could be an issue. But until then, ground is clearly thirsty because I do not see any puddles anywhere despite all this rain. And it can't be all like, oh, because it's dark, because the lightning doesn't go away long enough for it to be dark. Plus I got all these street lights and porch lights and stuff, so yeah, it's not dark. I know the lightning is crazy, boy. I know. I know. I know. You're like, dude, what's wrong with you? You're out here like, what is this dude seeing this storm? He has to see if he bolts lightning. It's a little too close. He's like, yeah, I'm going inside. Nope. He's a fun dog like that. They're fun creatures. It's nowhere near done. It's nowhere near done. I thought it was dying off, but no. He's like, yeah. Yeah, this storm is, I thought it was getting ready to die off, but nope. This is gonna go on at least an hour. Oh, 3.0 plus quake somewhere. 4.7 Guam. Okay. Oh, wait, weirdo thing. But yeah. Yeah. Waiting for storms to die down. I don't know how long it'll be before it dies down. Okay, I guess there's a little bit of ponding over there. But on the asphalt road, where there's grass and stuff, there's no ponding. There's a little bit there, but that's because there's like a little concrete slab there, preventing the water from going into the ground. I can almost assure you, if that concrete slab wasn't there, that puddle would not be there. Ponding seems to be whether gravel, it's like whether it's grass, there's no ponding. There's no ponding where there's grass. There's no flooding where there's grass. But this will definitely help fill up ponds and lakes and stuff. So that will help. Help water crops. Even though the crops are kind of deluged right now. But we did have a bit of a dry spell, so let's get into the welcome part. And it's a cold front. So temperature's going to drop a little bit, which is a plus. We've might have increased humidity tomorrow, which will cancel out the decrease in temperature, because it feels like we'll take its place. But after the water dries up and stuff, oh, it's gonna feel nice. Assuming the temperatures don't rebound before that. Oh, it's gonna be so nice. And believe me, I got a lot to do. With that, I would have a lot more to be able to do, but I keep having to deal with lightning nearly hitting the house. 41 minutes in, by the way. Fire truck. Big ass vehicle. That's for sure. My gosh. Turn radius on that thing is a pain, I'm sure, but. So yeah. %. My gosh. Oh, already been lots of power places. The Real Thunderstorm warning got extended. Oh no, it's a continuation. Goes till 9. That's in 8 minutes. It might get extended. I don't see why it wouldn't get extended. Because this is a slow moving storm, that's for sure. It's either just big, or it's slow moving, or it's both. If it's both, yeah, flooding. But yeah, this thing is just new stuff. Imagine if a low level of a jet kicks in, it'll be. Sounds like shit. Not sure where that's coming from. Because I know water like this amplifies smell, so. Mostly from the horses. That's the only thing I think of. Huh. I think they're on this side. Whatever. This is very interesting though. That goes to show how bad it is with the rain. Don't even see the other side of the intersection. That's what, half a block? Not even? I know when I get YouTube this caught up. This video is going to take probably all night to upload. Do I care? Not really. But by the time this is done recording, this is done. May not have to do with just temperature extremes, but may also have to deal with tropics. Oh, you're back. Tropics, and maybe even strongest quake a day before I can upload this video. Or while this video is uploading, because this thing is going to be massive in size. That's the only downside. Also, for the first time in my life, I tried liver. It's actually not bad. There's like a meal thing I went to. They had liver stuff. I didn't know it was that until I ate it. Now some other stuff that might have been liver related, but it wasn't bad. Oddly enough, it was not bad. No complaints. But it has to be cooked in that manner, that's for sure. Yeah. Liver definitely will have some... Yeah, some nutrients I probably would have not have gotten otherwise. That liver would offer. You know, liver is good on vitamin A, so... Oh, that's gonna be loud. Just what we need, more loud bolts. Making you think the storm's no longer... still going strong. I mean, it is. That took a bit for that thunder to come in, so... It is getting further away. I'm soaked. My legs are soaked. Not gonna lie, if it was chillier, I would have gone inside, grabbed my Earth Central hoodie. Although I can't really call it that anymore because Minden ripped off the logo. So, yeah. That's a thing. So it's just a black hoodie. But still, it's a very lucky hoodie. It's like, this is cozy and stuff, and it's just like, no complaints. Honestly, no complaints. It was a nice hoodie. It's still a nice hoodie. Sure, it has a little damage in the left sleeve towards the hand. But that's just wear and tear from being worn a lot. You would think the logo would have been like that, but it was like pretty much pristine before Minden, and it was gone after Minden. So, yeah. Minden ripped the door. The fabric's still there. There's no holes in the back. It's just the logo's gone. Like, but that's an EF3 for you. It'll do that. Even though I wasn't inside Minden, I was still getting pummeled by the rear flank winds, which apparently is strong enough to rip logos off of shirts. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it might have impacted the rating on it if I mentioned it at the time, but I didn't think to. But that means before next chase season, I'll be getting another one of those hoodies. I'll be taking a photo of it before each chase. Probably even a little YouTube short. So, regardless, a photo of it would probably be like a 5-second short with some random audio tied with it. Like I do that weird thing, but still I would do that. And then, after each chase, take a photo of it. See if there's been any damage, especially chases where I actually encounter a tornado. Which I had a pretty good success rate last year. For my first year chasing, I had a really good success rate. Like, oh my gosh. Like 6-7 tornadoes my first year chasing, that is almost unheard of. Like, outside of the eclipse and another storm system in April, every other chase I went on in April had a tornado. Even my first chase in May had a tornado. Although that was not a planned chase. I was just door dashing in Joplin and a tornado showed up. That goes to show the success rate as a chaser. Even when I'm not chasing, I encounter a tornado. Dang Joplin. But looks like the storm is finally dying off. It's still very electrical, but it is dying off. 50 minutes in. It's finally dying off. I did say this was going to be near an hour-long video. Like half an hour to an hour. Looking at 50 minutes. Again, I apologize for any and all mid-roll ads that show up during this. But this is really meant for like TV watching, honestly. Like a stormy podcast kind of vibe. Honestly, that could be something. There's like some guest stars and stuff. Like just to go to a spot, stormy night, just talk about stuff, view the storm, probably in the safety of a car or a gazebo or something like that. But that could be an interesting podcast idea. I might try to do that. But yeah. So, as the storm is moving off, finally, let's just, sign off. Stay safe out there. See you in the next video. Bye.